G'day guys. One question I get as a franchisor is outsourcing your franchise sales really the best growth strategy? The short answer is not necessarily. The basic premise of a franchise sales organization, or an FSO, is to allow franchisors to free themselves up to focus on increasing unit level profitability and franchisee satisfaction, the two key KPIs of any good franchisor. While they do this, the FSO handles all of their growth and development, so the franchisor can be hyper-focused on unit level performance. But by no means is it the best option for every brand. Sometimes it makes more sense for a brand to build or keep their development departments in-house. Let's take a look at some of the pros and cons of the FSO model here. Pro number one, you have full control. When you build a development team from the ground up, you'll have full control over all decisions in development. You'll control all aspects of the strategy. You get 100% say of who exactly represents your brand, the process prospects go through, the marketing channels, and everything in between. When your brand is your baby, like it is for most stores, full control of your brand's positioning is an important perk of going the in-house route. Working with the wrong FSO can also increase your risk as a franchisor. Earnings claims and inaccurate information being provided to prospects can really hurt your brand in the long run. And since you don't have control, you don't have the same ability to train properly, ensure full compliance, ensure full oversight, and therefore your legal risk can increase. To help mitigate this risk, ensure you carefully validate with the other brands the FSO represents. And as a last resort, also ensure you have suitable errors and omissions insurance, just in case you do make the wrong selection in an FSO and encounter an issue. Pro number two of the in-house route, it can be more cost efficient. If you're one of the lucky few emerging franchisors who exceed the 20 to 50 deal a year growth rate, you'll get to experience the good problem to have in paying out a lot of commissions and referral fees. With an in-house team in this scenario, you'll save money in the long run because in-house sales commissions are typically less than the commissions you have to pay an FSO. Part of that reason is because of those FSOs out there who have a great performance track record. Most of them focus exclusively in working with consultants. Look, when you're working with an FSO, you're probably going to pay the FSO somewhere between 30 and 50% commission, and then you've got to pay the consultant a 40 to 50% commission. Meaning at best, you're left with about 20% of the franchise fee. Now, as an emerging franchisor who was not yet royalty sufficient, we knew we needed much more than 20% of the franchise fee in order to build the infrastructure, the support staff, and to responsibly support all our new owners, to ultimately ensure they became profitable and set us all up for long-term sustainability. And ultimately, that's why we built Raintree. We saw a need for an FSO that worked with emerging brands that more carefully balanced organic with consultant deal flow, so as to protect the long-term financial viability of growing franchise brands. Now let's look at the pros of working with the FSO model. 1, you'll gain an immediate and proven team. Selling a franchise is a highly nuanced process, and it requires a unique set of skills and experience. And so good franchise salespeople are not easy to find. And when you do, the good ones are not cheap. As an emerging franchisor, expect to pay anywhere between $150 and $500K a year for a truly good franchise salesperson. When you partner with an FSO, you typically gain an experienced, trained, and proven team to handle most facets of your development program. For a nominal retainer, a good FSO will cover you for design, content, consultant network management, lead generation management, franchise lead qualification, and of course, sales. You don't have to worry about things like salaries, payroll taxes, vacation and sick leave, employee management issues. All of that is not your problem, which gives you more bandwidth and capital to focus on improving your business model and helping make your franchise owners more successful. Pro number 2 of the FSO model, limited employee turnover. With an in-house person or in-house development team, when the inevitability of either your employee not performing or leaving for perceived greener pastures, you're left to start the process from scratch. What this means is you have to rehire and hope to God the results are there in the first 6 months. Because if they're not, and because of the long sales cycle in FranDev, it can take 6 to 12 months to realize the misfit. And you can therefore go up to 12 months without performance and without franchise fee revenue. For many young brands, this can be a real threat to their survivability. With a good FSO, however, they will have a stable of franchise sales pros that are cross-trained on multiple brands to assist in any sudden increases in pipeline or if a salesperson leaves, subsequently reducing the risk to your brand's growth performance. Pro number 3, you may experience better results. While it's not always the case, because there are plenty of great emerging franchise brands with in-house teams that are growing rapidly, you will notice a great deal, if not the majority, of franchise brands that surpass the 50 plus units awarded count in a year are those who are partnered with an FSO. The FSO has advantages in having long relationships with consultants, the best development professionals, and they have vendors they leverage to help their brands. With a portfolio of brands, they're also able to test a plethora of new development tactics and strategies. And this allows them to learn and figure out what's moving the needle much faster than what a singular brand can do on their own. So to wrap it up, I don't think FSOs are a good option for every brand. I believe in-house development is better for brands who are 1, completely royalty sufficient and have a strong hold on unit profitability. 2, emerging brands with private equity backing who can comfortably afford to build an in-house team. And 3, founders or leaders who need absolute control of all aspects of their brand growth messaging and strategy. I do think FSOs are a good option for brands who, 1, are not hitting their growth goals and believe salesperson effectiveness is a root cause. 2, any emerging brand that's looking to grow relatively quickly, but they're not comfortable or capable in investing the $150 to $500K in development salaries. And 3, brands that have high growth goals and simply want access to some of the most proven and effective development personnel in the industry. So guys, as you can see, it's not a straightforward yes or no answer, so I hope that helped. And for any other questions, feel free to comment below or reach out to us at raintreesales.com. Thanks very much.